With views like these, getting up at 4 AM is not so bad. Join me while I photograph a waterfall not on any tourist's bucket list.
Good morning, folks. Another day, another adventure, early morning. I don't know if you hear from the background, constant background noise, but I'm actually at another waterfall, which is unlike me. If you can't sense the sarcasm, I am being sarcastic. But today, I am at Paddys River Falls. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know I've taken several photos from this location before, and well, I'm gonna do some more today. There has been a composition I've taken in the past, and I want to try repeat it with different conditions. Sky's looking quite cloudless. Sun hasn't risen yet in the morning, as the sun does rise in the morning and sets in the evening. Fun fact. So I want to try get down there as quickly as possible, set up, and go from there. All right, let's do it. So while I make my way down to the waterfall, just a quick one on some info. The actual waterfall is 18 meters, 80-meter drop. It's considered a cascade, but as you can tell from some of the B-roll that I have, it's definitely not a cascade. But as the name of the waterfall suggests, it is Paddys River Falls. So it's the river flowing is Paddys River. So yeah, we'll keep going down and we shall meet again.
Paddys River Falls is a unique place in that it is very beautiful, but due to the location from main tourist attractions, you don't get many visitors. Just a few grey nomads and campers.
All right, so made it to the bottom, and as you can probably tell, there's a lot of weeds and scrubs and poison ivies and that sort of stuff. It's quite overgrown. It always has been. I guess the sheer location of it, it's not well maintained in that regard, but it does make it harder for compositions. So what I always do when I come to this location is I take my camera out and just snap up a few shots while I'm walking around, just to see where I want my composition to be, and then if needed, I'll set up a tripod and go from there. You're definitely gushing, baby. All right. So I'm hoping you can hear me, which, you know, modern technology will allow that to happen. I do recall last time the shot that I took that I was happy with, that I wanted to recreate, was from somewhere around here, and I was actually remotely standing over there. So what I might do is just quickly do a couple of shots. I think it might have been actually higher up. And then I kind of had the whole, yeah, that's it there. Perfect. So around here where I'm at the moment, what I will do is put the camera down, set up the tripod, and then go from there. What I'll do now is I'll show you from my camera. Alright, so I'm just showing you now on my camera. and essentially where you see that rock there is where I'll be standing. So if I bring it further down, it will get me really close to the waterfall, get the whole waterfall through, everything I need for good composition, and it will eliminate the boring foreground. Alright, so I'm going to set that up now and actually bring you guys a bit closer as well, so you can get a different kind of perspective as well. Alright, rock and roll. So again, I'm going to do a remote shutter. ISO is half a second because I can only stay still for so long before I start to get blurry. But as you can see, I moved the camera substantially to my left to allow me to be more kind of in front of the waterfall and allow you to have a sense of scale. Now this would be ideal if I could go a lot further back, demonstrate how long the waterfall. Now it's only 80 meters, so it's not huge in terms of the drop, but just to give you a bit more of a scale. I'm using a wide angle lens and sitting quite close, standing I am, quite close to the camera, so it is what it is. I'm going to take a few shots now. Half a second, f11, ISO is 160, here we go. So I have to increase the shutter speed so that I can do a test shot. I think the ISO is at 500. Foreground is quite dark. Even the water itself is relatively in probably mid-tones, but I can always bring up the exposure in post-processing, and I think I'll be a lot more successful that way. Let's have a look, eh? I like it. This is it. Hello. All right, so I think I actually found something, and it's looking quite nice. I've turned the steady shot back on, and what I might do is essentially I've depth of field I've pushed all the way to f2.8, made it quite shallow, so the foreground, which is the grass that you see in front of me, is relatively blurry, and the rest of it, the waterfall, is tack sharp because there's nothing really that needs focusing, and I'm actually starting to get that morning light as well, which is looking quite nice, just sitting on top of the waterfall. Probably have a look at the image now. What I might do is take a couple more snapshots and basically chuck the drone up and give a bit of an idea of the place.
Although a quiet place, Paddys River Falls is no stranger to people's rubbish and graffiti. I could only imagine how bad it could get if this place was closer to tourist attractions. Please carry your rubbish back to the car, and if you are considering tagging the rock with your cool tag, consider this. You're a Muppet. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, hooroo!